Hello, Capricorn creators. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm going to be doing a timeless reading for you today. Today, we're going to pull your overall energy. We're going to look at your specific energies, the energies of the person connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We will close it off with some message cards today for the Cappy Collective. Always keeping in mind these are general readings. Please only take what resonates and leave the rest. I will also mention that these are timeless readings, meaning that you have stumbled upon this reading at the most auspicious time for you to receive these messages. So open your arms and your heart to that and see what you can find that resonates for you. Let's get your overall energy, Cappy. Stay tuned at the end of the reading where I will talk more about how you can become a part of the creators community. Ooh, Capricorn, you got number 7, the 7th chakra. The energy of the crown chakra supports our feeling of being connected to a higher power and part of the larger whole. And we've got that beautiful purpley color there. That violet flame for some of you, maybe something that you work with. Okay, and I've talked till I'm blue in the face maybe on some of my readings, but I will say I have a little bit different perspective of the chakra system, but you can kind of consider it just like an energy center, and it's going to be up here, right? It's going to be around your mind, around your head. So let's see how that might pertain to the overall energy here of what you might be working with. Now on your side, you get the 10 of Swords, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 9 of Cups. You feel that there's something that needs to come to an end in order to be balanced out. And in order to open up some sort of emotional energy, whether it be for you or someone else, or maybe your connection with someone here. But the 10 of Swords tells me something's coming to an end. Kind of feels like a mini cycle that comes to a close. And out of that, there's better balance with the 6 of Pentacles. Things are being set right here by something ending. And the 9 of Cups is a more open-hearted energy, more of an energy that feels like accomplishment and celebration to me. For the person connected to you, they get the 2 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the King of Swords. This person feels like, you know how when you pedal a bicycle, and if you don't have it, let's say you're going up a hill, but you have the gear is not set properly, your wheels are just spinning. That's what this person's energy feels like. They're spinning their wheels out of control. They're not in the right gear. They're wasting energy, possibly wasting time or resources as well here, with this being the Pentacles. There's some sort of conflict that they're involved in. I don't think they're getting a fair shot at something, or someone is blocking their way from something here. They may feel like they have to give up something in order to gain something too. An unwilling sacrifice kind of energy. And then they have the King of Swords. This would be a yearning for clarity. It could be an intellectual pursuit that they're interested in, something that they would like to put their mind on. In this particular picture, the king is reading a book. There may be something that they want to study or get into, and maybe something's blocking them from pursuing something, pursuing some higher knowledge for themselves, or communicating important things that only they can communicate. In the middle of this relationship, the two of you get the 8 of Wands and the Lovers here. This feels like an energy of partnership and love that happens too fast. So I don't know if that's you with this other person jumping into something a little too fast. For some of you, you could have ended up in a relationship and taken things a little too quickly, or you're reflecting on a past relationship where that had happened. Or it's just a similarity. Maybe you and a friend of yours, or you and somebody you're connected with, have the tendency to move too fast in relationships and love, and matters of love and partnership, and even trusting others. All right, interesting. Let's get some clarifiers for you, Capricorn. Let's clarify the 10 of Swords to start us out. You get the 3 of Swords and the Page of Swords. You are definitely pained about something. You are definitely caught up in your mental space with this. It feels like you want the pain to be done. But no matter what you do, no matter how much you swing your sword of truth, you just can't cut through. It feels that way. But I do see progression here. The way these cards landed, it's the 3, the 10, and the page. Of course, there's things that have to happen in between there, including some healing. But I do see you moving from a place of, okay, something's over, something's ended. Let me pick up this sword. Oh shit, I don't know what to do with this sword. I don't know what to think about things now. There's also this element, Capricorn, where you might have the tendency to trade out one stressful thing for another. Almost like you're addicted to stressful energy. You may not know life without it. That could really make you anxious or depressed. There's a lot going on in the mental energies, and there's some healing that is implied, that is being needed here for you. And I think it's for you personally. I really do. I think it's for you personally to do this work with yourself and your mental energies. All right. So we're going to take a deep breath here because I do see things turning for you here. All right. So the 3 and the 10 are minor arcana. The page is one of the royalty cards, but kind of a younger version. And that's you kind of not knowing. But then here the energies are showing me, but if you work on healing that, whatever it is that has you stressed out, anxiety, the stress, I don't know if it's drama. It feels more like stress to me that you keep participating in. And if it doesn't come from this way, you'll find it over here. Some of you may have the reality of being stressed out by multiple situations in your life. And so when you try to go get a reprieve from one, you move into another stressful situation. But others of you too, and I want you to really think about this, are you addicted to a cycle of stress? Here though, in the energies, what I want to kind of reassure you with is that the Wheel of Fortune comes in here. We're moving into this 6 of Pentacles where things are balancing out. The physical world, the physical, I almost said wheel, physical wheel, the physical world feels like it's balanced. It feels like the wheel can turn more smoothly here. And you've got the World card, which means that's a graduation, that's an ending. That's a coming out of an old cycle and moving through the portal into a new cycle. These things take time. These things can grind on us. And especially with that stress element you've got going, I feel that it's been grinding on you, right? But if you take a step back and really remove those stressful energies, get in a space, maybe in nature, maybe need some alone time in nature, just to regroup yourself. When you get there, you will start to see, oh, things are turning. Things are beginning to balance out. But if you're in this cloud of stress, you may not see it. It's really important that you deal with that stress. All right, let's look at this 9 of Cups for you, because this would have me think you're opening up your heart. And you're opening up to show, look at how the emotions come into balance. You got the 9 of Pentacles and there's that 6 of Pentacles again. Your open heart serves you so well. The mental energies are where you get trapped in the stress. But when you open up your heart, even to yourself as a person who goes through or may even be addicted to, in some strange, unhealed way, stressful tendencies and thoughts, you start to recognize, but look how far I've come. Look what I've done. Look at everything I've built. Look at the fruits of my labor, of my hard work. I see how things are balancing out, and I know that it's more important to open my heart to that than to remain in these stressful thoughts and energies. That's why this crown chakra energy is coming up right now. Everything's gobbledygook up there, and it's all stress gobbledygook. And we need to, some of you may be working on healing neural some of you may be working on healing the neural pathways. All right, and we do that through healing of the mind, healing of the body, healing of the emotions and the soul. Let's look at this 2 of Pentacles. So here's this person cycling out of gear and wasting a bunch of energy. when really the energy they need to be in is that of the Hermit and the Page of Pentacles. This person is being invited to slow down, maybe even get off the bicycle, the hamster wheel for some of them perhaps. A hamster wheel with work, a hamster wheel with finances, a hamster wheel with a whirl. I said a hamster whirl. I'm having all kinds of new words come out. A whirlwind of this situation, that distracted here, distracted there, coming into the Hermit, coming inside themselves and being more introspective, taking a break from people, taking a break to nurture their own inherent energies with this Page of Pentacles here. It's very important for them. Maybe taking the resources or money they have to have a little mini vacation or a day trip that's just for them. Maybe just getting a little bit of a change of scenery somehow, or booking that massage or booking that session with someone to give them that time for themselves. Let's look at this Five of Swords for them, because this is where I feel like they have to sacrifice something or some sort of conflict here. Maybe they feel like they're giving something up and they don't want to. What are they giving up? They're giving up their own desires. They're giving up their heart and their heartfelt feelings, and they're trading it out for someone's approval. They feel like they have to. I feel like they feel like their hand is forced into something and it doesn't vibe with their natural emotional energies. They've got the Empress and the King of Cups here. This is probably a water sign that you're dealing with or that you're witnessing. This energy where they have to sacrifice it, it really takes them out of their heart. It takes them out of their body. It takes them out of their natural ability to receive. And so their ability to manifest new things or to move in a direction where they can make some traction on things is really difficult at the moment. But let's see this King of Swords. Instead of trading out their sword, I wonder if they'll hold on to it and invest in themselves. Maybe they get the Ace of Pentacles, which gives me hope that they will invest in themselves. But then they have the Two of Swords, like they're still torn and confused and blinded to the possibility that they are this king, that they're the King of Cups and the King of Swords within themselves. That the Empress comes in. So they have the masculine energies with the two kings, and then the Empress brings in that powerful feminine energy there. Yet they're still confused. Are they going to invest in themselves? That's the question, and that's what remains to be seen here. This person has some decisions to make big time. And those decisions are either going to lead to investment in their self and new knowledge and wisdom. Probably that's going to result in better resources where they're not trading out their energy. Or they're going to stay confused and conflicted from the inside out. Very interesting. So Capricorn, if this is someone you love and care about, I know that can be really hard for you. But you also at the same time have some stressful energies that you need to work on here. So move accordingly. That's what I want to say there. Move accordingly. For the Eight of Wands, remember I said the two of you may share that pattern of jumping in to relationships and partnerships too quickly. Yes, Capricorn, you get the Fool. There have been times where you have probably jumped. You did the leap before you look kind of scenario. And then all of a sudden you were carried away in these energies and committed to these energies that maybe weren't for your highest and best. This other person brings in the energy of the Five of Swords. They have a bit of conflict with fast moving energies, but it's like they choose to move forward with it anyway. Because the Five of Swords was there in their reading. They choose to sacrifice something, maybe because of a judgment or a pace that someone else wants to move at. It's like you both have these patterns that you share. Let's look at this Lovers. Let me see. So don't look before you leap. Don't trade out what you know to be true to someone who's going to keep you blocked. So for the Lovers in the shared connecting energies, you bring in the Page of Cups, very interesting. They bring in the Ten of Swords. You're in a position here where the Page of Cups is actually turning away from the Lovers card. You're in this position of, it honestly is better for me to be alone than to be with someone that is not a good balance for me, that is not a good match, for someone who would pressure me to move too quickly. Instead, I'm going to turn that cup back to my life and myself, and I'm going to work on keeping on filling that cup until I move into the Knight energies, into the Queen, into the King, and then I'm fully embodied in that self-care energy that I need. That will magnetize the right person. So when you realize, hey, things are moving too fast or something seems off, you turn back to yourself and you work on filling your own cup. And you get curious about it. You say, this is interesting. Okay, let's not repeat that pattern. This person, for the Lovers, has the Ten of Swords. This could represent an ending for them in some relationship. That could be what they're sacrificing, their time and energy to a relationship that has moved too quickly, that has not been given the proper time on the front end to vet out all the different energies that could come into play. Or this is a relationship for them that they just keep allowing it to hold them down and hold them back. And they're unwilling to put a stop to it. We'll see. We'll see. I think this remains to be seen. It's definitely going on between the two of you, and it definitely is a reflection. This could represent you and a friend, you and a sister, you and a child, a pattern established, perhaps. Okay, Capricorn, to close off your reading, we're going to get a few message cards here. These are the Divine Essential Counterpart Oracle messages. When it comes to message cards, they may or may not represent this particular relationship and connection that I just read. These could be messages from your greater being, the universe, someone who has passed and gone to the other side, someone from another realm, or another person in relationship entirely. So you are going to utilize your own intuition and your own inner knowing to place these messages accordingly for yourself, Capricorn. Okay, first up for you, Capricorn, I feel is not connected to this energy. Someone says, I miss your touch and your love. This could be somebody who commented on the energy that they felt when you touched them, and they're missing that. This could be somebody that was a hugger and you enjoyed hugging them, felt comfortable with them, they had a warm embrace. Maybe that's how they learned and received energy. Interesting. I miss your touch and your love. And then the next card, I think this feels like a message from the universe or your greater being to you. It says Shaman. Soul retrieval is needed for you to remember who you were before the trauma and the pain shaped you into false versions of your divine selves. And it's plural. And I think this shamanic energy and this message from the universe is coming up for this connection. So I think we have one message coming from outside the connection and one message coming from within about remembering who you were before trauma and pain shaped you into a false version of yourself. And when you're false version of your divine self, you don't tend to be on pace with the universe. And therefore, you don't tend to pace yourself in a healthy manner in relationships either. And it's very tricky going into those shamanic energies and retrieving those disconnected parts of our souls. That takes work and it takes time and energy. It's an ongoing process. And it's one that I would encourage you to keep embracing, Capricorn. Now, thank you so much for staying till the end of the reading. I would like to remind you to join me every Friday from 10 a.m. to noon Central Standard Time for Frequency Friday. I do collective messages in a different theme, and it's a lot of fun. It's a high vibe. And if you can't join at that time, the replay will be up with convenient timestamps for you. Every other Sunday night here on my channel, I do live Q&A. I give mini readings. It's like a power hour from 7 to 8 p.m. Central. I jump in that live chat, you jump in with me, say hi, drop a question in, and get yourself a mini reading. Sometimes I run out of time at the end, so the early bird catches the worm. Also, be sure to put a like on this video if it resonated. Drop me a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Give me some feedback, what you like, what you want to see more of, what if you want me to take a different direction with things, what you might be interested in, because this is for the creators community here, and I love love to hear from you. When you subscribe, be sure to hit that notification bell to all so you will get all the alerts when I do drop a new reading out there. And then also be sure to check the description below. That's where I have links to personal readings and also links to my social media. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Creators on the Crest. That's where I post in my stories when I have tarot specials. I do these seasonally. They come up and they go down usually in a short amount of time, so be sure to catch them while they're hot. But you can also book a longer personal reading via Zoom with me using the links below. There's affiliate links. There's ways you can get involved and donate and help this channel grow. Bring a friend to the channel. Grassroots are the best roots, as I like to say, and I want more like-minded, like-hearted people like you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for being here for the duration of this video, and I wish you so much joy and transformation and those shamanic energies that you are journeying into here.